Good day everyone. For today's video, we will discuss problems involving equation of a circle. Here are the problems or questions that we will be solving today. So let's begin with example number 1. For example number 1, we have to find the equation of a circle in standard form given the center at 5 and -7 and radius is 3 square root of 5. Take note that we will be solving for the equation of a circle in standard form. Therefore, we have to use this standard formula in order for us to substitute the value of the center and the radius. So the first step here is we need to substitute the values of the center, which is h and k, and radius is equal to 3 square root of 5. So we have here x minus 5 squared and then plus y minus -7 squared, and then let's also substitute the value of the radius, that is 3 square root of 5 squared. And then let us just simplify this equation. We have here, we just have to copy x minus 5 squared, and then let us simplify y minus -7. Let us change the sign of the subtrahend, so minus and negative becomes positive. There we have y plus 7 squared, and then 3 square root of 5 raised to 2. So we have to square 3 and then square root of 5, and then simplify further to cancel this out. So it will give us 9 times 5, that is equal to 45. Therefore, the constant term on the right side of the equation is equal to 45.
Therefore, the equation of a circle is x minus 5 squared plus y plus 7 squared equals 45.
Now let us move on to the next example. What is the equation of a circle with center at 6 and 4 and passes through the point 6 and 6? So in this problem, we have the given values. We have the center at 6 and 4 and a point on a circle at 6 and 6. So with these given values, we will apply the standard formula in order for us to find the equation of a circle. But before we can do that, by looking at this formula, we can see that the only given values that we could substitute here are h and k, and that is the center, and then x and y because it's a point on a circle. And then if we substitute all these values in this formula, we would be able to identify the value of the radius. We have to find first the radius before we can find the equation of a circle. So that would be the first step. Let us find for the radius by substituting the center and the point on a circle. The value of x is 6, copy minus, and the value of h is also 6, and then just copy the exponent 2. Plus the value of our y is 6 and the value of k is 4, and then equals r squared. And then let's solve for the radius. Let us just simplify the left side of the equation. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. And then if you square 0, that is still 0. Then plus 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. And then if you square 2, that is equal to 4. And then it's equal to r squared. Let us just simplify. 0 plus 4 is just simply 4. And then for us to get the value of the radius, we have to get rid of the exponent here. So we have to square root both sides. Doing so, we will have r is equal to the square root of 4, and that is equal to 2. Now, because we already have the radius, we can substitute already the value of the center and the radius to the standard formula. That means we will be using again this formula in order for us to get the equation of a circle. So let us substitute. Take note, we have to find the equation. So you're not going to substitute any value to x and y because these are the variables of our equation. Okay, let's proceed. Just copy x and then substitute the value of h, and that is 6. Copy plus, then copy y, then substitute the value of k, and that is equal to 4. Now let us substitute the value of the radius, and that is equal to 2. Then just copy the exponents. Then let's simplify this one. Because we're tasked to give the equation, that means it should be in general form. So let us expand x minus 6 squared. X minus 6 times x minus 6, you can do distribution method. There we have x squared minus 12x plus 36, and we will write that here. Next, copy plus and then square y minus 4. We have y minus 4 times y minus 4. Use distribution method. We have the answer y squared minus 8y plus 16. Then write it here. And then let us simplify 2 squared, and that is equal to 4. Now because it should be in general form, we have to combine all the constant terms or all the like terms here. So by doing so, we have to also arrange it in order. We have x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 8y, and then plus 36 plus 16, and then let's transpose positive 4 to the left side of the equation. We have minus 4, and then equate that one to 0. Now let us simplify this one further. Copy x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 8y, and then combine all the constant term. We have here 36 plus 16, that is equal to 52, minus 4, that is equal to positive 48, and then just copy equals 0. Therefore, the general equation of a circle with center at 6 and 4 and passes through the point 6 and 6 is x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 8y plus 48 equals 0. This is the final answer. Now let us move on to the third example. What is the equation of a circle with center at -2 and -5 and passes through the origin? So this question is similar to question number 2, but we will solve for this. Let's have the given. We have the center at -2 and -5, and when you say it passes through the origin, it means there is a point on a circle at the origin. And when we say origin, it has the coordinates 0 and 0. So we will apply again this formula for us to substitute the center and the values of x and y. And then let's identify the radius. Take note that this is h and k, and then this is x and y. And radius is the one that is missing in this formula. So let us substitute. The value of x is 0, and then the value of h is -2. That's why we have 0 minus -2 squared. Copy plus, and then substitute the value of y, and that is also 0. And then substitute the value of k, that is equal to -5. So we have here 0 minus -5 squared. And then just copy equals r squared, because this is the unknown value. Let us simplify this one further. 0 minus -2, that is simply +2. And then if we square +2, that is equal to +4. Copy plus sign, and then 0 minus -5, that is equal to +5. And then if we square +5, that is equal to +25. Then just copy r squared. Let us combine 4 plus 25, that is equal to 29. And then for us to get the value of the radius, we have to get rid of the exponent 2 here. So we have to square root both sides. Doing so, it will leave us with radius equals square root of 29. Because 29 is not a perfect square, just leave it with a radical sign. So we have radius is equal to square root of 29. So we will be using these values, the radius and the center. We will substitute that to the formula again. That means we will be using this formula. So we will substitute here the center and radius for us to get the equation of a circle. So let us substitute the value of h here. That is positive 2 already because we have minus and negative here. Let us just simplify directly the sign. That becomes positive 2. Copy plus sign and then substitute the value of k, which is negative 5. Take note, minus and negative here. If you simplify it, it is automatically positive. So it becomes y plus 5 raised to 2. And then just substitute the value of the radius that we have, square root of 29 squared. Now let us expand x plus 2 squared by multiplying x plus 2 by itself. So we have here, you can use distribution method. So x plus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. Let's write it here. Do the same with y plus 5 squared. Use distribution method to simplify that. So we have y plus 5 times y plus 5, that is equal to y squared plus 10y plus 25. Let's write it here. And then let us simplify square root of 29 squared. Just simply eliminate the radical sign of the exponent. That is simply positive 29. Now let us combine all of this, all the like terms, and also arrange this in order. We have x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 10y plus 4 plus 25, and then transpose positive 29 to the left side of the equation. We have minus 29 and then equals 0. Now let us simplify this one further, combining all the constant term in this equation. So we have x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 10y, and then let's combine 4 and 25, that is equal to 29, and then subtract 29 from 29, that is equal to 0. So we don't write 0 anymore, just copy equals 0. And this is the final answer. Now let's move on to the next example. Now let us discuss the last example. So what is the general equation of a circle with a diameter whose endpoints are -3 and 5 and 7 and 3? So let us illustrate that one so that you can visualize how it looks like in a circle. We have here the circle and the endpoints of the diameter. Let's say, for example, this is -3 and 5 and this is 7 and 3. So by just looking at the endpoints of our diameter, we can conclude that these endpoints are actually points on the circle. And therefore, if we have already a point, we just need the center for us to get the radius and solve for the equation. Just a quick trivia before we get the center. The center of a circle is a point which divides the diameter into two equal radii. Because take note, all radii are equal. So for us to get the center, we just need to add the x coordinates of the endpoints and divide it by 2. And then also add the y ordinates of the endpoints and divide it by 2. There you got the center. Okay, take note, this would be x of 1, y sub 1, x of 2, and y sub 2. And then if we get the center by applying the midpoint formula, we would be able to find the value of our h and k. So that's the first thing that we will do today. Let's identify the center by applying the midpoint formula. So we have this formula. Add the x coordinates, divide it by 2, add the y ordinates, and divide it by 2. So the center is equals to -3 plus 7, that's the value of the x coordinates, and then divided by 2. And then the value of the y ordinates, we have 5 plus 3, and then divide also that to 2. Simplify this one further. Center is at +2 and 4. So this will be the center of the circle. Now before we proceed to substituting this value to the standard formula, we have to choose one point on the circle. So I would like to choose this point 7 and 3 as a point on the circle. Well, actually you can choose also -3 and 5. Either of the two will give you the same value of the radius because they're actually equal radius. So let's substitute these values to the standard formula and get the radius, and later on get the equation. Now let's identify the given values. This will be the center, which we have solved a while ago using the midpoint formula. We have the center at 2 and 4, and then we have chosen this point on a circle, which is 7 and 3. So we will substitute these values to the standard formula and get the value of the radius. So take note that this is h and k, this is x and y. Let's solve for the radius. So just substitute the value of x, that is equal to 7. Substitute the value of h, that is equal to 2. Copy plus sign. And then don't forget that you have to copy also the exponents here. And then copy the value of y here, that is equal to +3. Substitute the value of k, that is 4. And then just copy the radius. Simplify further for us to get the value of the radius. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. And if we square 5, that is equal to 25. Then copy plus sign. 3 minus 4 is equal to -1. Square -1, that is equal to +1. And then just copy r squared. Now let us combine 25 and 1, that is equal to +26. So for us to get rid of the exponent here, we just have to square root both sides. Doing so, we will have radius is equal to the square root of 26. So we will use this value of the radius and the center. We will substitute that one again to the standard formula, and then later on get the general equation. So take note that we have to find now the equation of a circle, so you are not supposed to substitute any value to our x and y. So let's substitute here the value of h. H is equal to +2. So we have here x minus 2 squared, copy plus sign. Substitute the value of k, that is equal to 4. So we have here y minus 4 squared. And then just substitute the value of the radius. We have the square root of 26 squared. And then simplify this one by expanding x minus 2 squared. So if we expand x minus 2 squared, we have x minus 2 times x minus 2. We use distribution method here. So the final answer, x squared minus 4x plus 4. Let us write it here. And then expand y minus 4 squared. We have y minus 4 times y minus 4. That is equal to y squared minus 8y plus 16. Let's write it here. Let us simplify the right side of the equation. So if we have square root of 26 squared, simply eliminate the radical sign here in the exponent. So we have equals 26. And then let's combine them all by transposing positive 26 to the left side of the equation. And then also arranging them in order. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 8y plus 4 plus 16. And then we have transposed 26 to the left side. So we have -26 equals 0. And then let us simplify further. We have x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 8y, and then 4 plus 16, that is equal to 20. And then 20 minus 26, that is equal to -6. So the equation of a circle with the diameter whose endpoints are -3 and 5 and 7 and 3 is x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 8y minus 6 equals 0. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to update you on my next video.